Lost Phoenix just recently faced a clan with over 200 war wins. It's tough to make out, but yes, that is a number 9 on their clan castles. Greetings, fellow Clashers, and thank you for spending a small part of your day with Clash of Clans attacks where, yes, Lost Phoenix just recently faced a level 9 clan. There are no level 10 clans as of the production of this video. Level 9 is as high as it gets, and these guys had won over 200 wars. But Lost Phoenix did not roll over and die. In fact, we were facing some lower level Town Hall 10s, and we'll get into the complexion of their war bases in a moment. But right here, we've got Shidu Hosh of Lost Phoenix, at least that's how I like to pronounce it, and he's going in with what isn't typically known as a reliable 3-star strategy, but it is known around Lost Phoenix parts anyway as the King Walk Go Wee Wee, and that is where we've dropped the King on the outside, and watch towards the bottom right, there he is. The King is going around intentionally around the outside, clearing those surrounding structures, while the Golems, Wizards, and Witches and the Archer Queen head towards the center, and it really comes down to well-placed jump spells. I love these first 2 jump spells that she drops here, perfectly opening all of these different enclosures, multiple enclosures with each jump spell, and then the last great jump spell right there, over 5 different enclosures, and that is going to allow all those golems access to all of that interior of the base. A great rage spell right in the center as the Queen heads towards the Inferno Tower and the clan castle, and of course the town hall. But look at the King, he's all the way around. He is at about 2 o'clock now, got all the way around the outside of the village and done his job, cleared most of those surrounding structures off to the right. So here, it really has to come down to a little bit of luck. These golem-based raids really rely upon using those golems to protect the remaining other high damage units, the wizards, and in this case, it's just really the Archer Queen, level 35 Archer Queen, and maybe 1 or 2 wizards are still up. And this jump spell is key right here. Should the jump spell expire, there's no chance the Queen is going to have time to get through these walls. But she goes back, uses the jump spell only seconds before it expires, and that opens up the rest of the space. Look, the jump spell is now gone, and the Queen pretty much on her own. 17% left to go to this village with just a couple of archers and a wizard to help her out. Now, she does still have her royal cloak, and there it goes, and that is going to make the difference as she works on this wall with only 2 defensive structures left, the cannon and the Tesla. So this clan, obviously not with fully maxed out defenses, it looks like, and we'll get into it in a minute, kind of a 9.5 clan. So she with a great attack, wrapping it up here, the last 30 seconds of this raid, and really nothing going to stop him now. Just going to have to get through one more wall to finish off these last structures. The Queen turns out to have plenty of time to do it, gets in there, the last structures go down, wrapping up a beautiful 3-star win for Lost Phoenix and Shidu Hosh. Well, let's just call him she. But anyway, check this out, proving that there wasn't a fluke and maybe there isn't that much luck involved. She is out to do it again. A similar base design though, and yes, again, lower level defenses. The Inferno Tower's not all the way maxed out. The Expos, cannons, obviously. So again, this clan going for the whole 9.5 match kind of thing. But even then, this is not just a simple base to 3-star with golems, wizards, witches, and these well-placed jump spells once again playing a key role in this 3-star attack. So those first 2 jump spells opening up all of these enclosures, pretty much half of this base is an open base design now with the way these jump spells have been dropped. Once again, the King is going for a walk around the outside, which when you think about it really works out well because without the jump spells, the King almost always ends up jammed against a wall. At least the Queen is going to have the range to clear some enclosures without needing to get through the walls. The King doing a better job on the outside, going for a walk and taking care of those structures around the outside that can make the difference late in a 3-star attempt like this. Also, you've just got 1 wizard on the far left, and while those defenses are being distracted by the golems on the inside, the wizard has gone to work and he's cleared most of the structures on the outside left. So once again, the Queen has seen very little damage up to this point. Lots of golems are still up in the center, partially due to the jump spells getting them through places and partially due to the lower level defenses just not melting them as badly as we usually see. And the last jump spell spanning 6 different enclosures that just barely is going to catch that top archer tower enclosure. There go the golems over it. And that again, the critical difference in allowing this raid to be 3 stars, that and the fact that this time the king on his walk has survived all the way around. 3 more stars for Shiduho and Lost Phoenix. But he was not the only player out for the 3-star wins. Here we've got Rob going against another not fully upgraded Town Hall 10. Now, on a reasonable day, to 3-star a fully maxed out Town Hall 10 is not something that you're going to expect to see. It is super, super rare, and I think that there are very special circumstances under which this happens. In fact, we will talk about that in tomorrow's episode. We'll get a little bit into that in a few seconds here, but let's check out Rob's attack against another not maxed out Town Hall 10, so most likely this clan was shooting for that 9.5, trying to find softer matches in matchmaking because of the lack of defensive upgrades. These guys did have maxed out troops, but obviously far from maxed out defenses. Look at the little baby archer tower there on the top left. Not right in a Town Hall 10 village that has a big ol' inferno towers and things like that. But once again, several other defenses not maxed out as well. But the hero's having a good time. Rob working his way through the center. Another well-placed jump spell right there. You can see it has allowed access through 5 different enclosures. The queen again being protected by those golems, and that making all the difference as she takes very little damage. Neither hero ability has been used up until this point. Finally, the Iron Fist goes into effect, and the king clearing about 2/3 of the structures around the outside of this village before he finally turns to a wall and heads in. But that's going to work out just fine because again, the Archer Queen still with a Royal Cloak in hand is above 50% health. You still have a couple of Golemites, and it's going to be close, but as the queen finally rounds the corner, gets through another wall, you can see a few defensive structures remaining, and both heroes are still in the green, and what is left standing will not be enough to stop Rob's troops as he gets in there, cleans up, and grabs another 3-star victory. Now, I won't make you wait for tomorrow for the results of this war. Let's take a look right now. Yes, that's right, Lost Phoenix victorious, 115 to 112 stars. A surprising win over a level 9 clan that has 204 war wins, but it really came down in the end to a mismatch of town halls. Obviously, things have been working out well for this clan as they run, but they're running with 10 Town Hall 9s, 1 Town Hall 8, and the bottom base is a defenseless Town Hall 10. So yes, this Korean clan was pretty much handed the loss by Supercell's matchmaking system, but look at the fact that they had 12 3-star wins. They got so close, despite the fact that we are all Town Hall 10s and pretty much maxed out defenses. And you might have noticed on the war map that my super maxed out anti-3-star base fell to a 3-star war attack, but that is in tomorrow's video along with some other surprising 3-star wins against maxed out bases by this clan. But until then, thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Be sure to subscribe for the earliest update and sneak peek information, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with more full attacks.
Galadon, so proud of your Supermax base. Perhaps it wouldn't fall so easily if it had a gym box. Think about it, Galadon.